The objective of this mission is the destruction of their ballistic missile capabilities and of their naval capabilities.
Hi again, everybody. It's now 5 o'clock in New York. That happened moments before we came on the air, or while we were on the air. We took it live, and we largely viewed Marco Rubio as the most trustworthy messenger in that moment about why we were in Iran. Not everybody said the same thing, but that's what Marco Rubio said back in March. Marco Rubio, of course, is Donald Trump's Secretary of State. He's also his national security advisor, and he could not have been more clear in his public statements. Quote, "The objective of this mission, the war in Iran, is the destruction of Iran's ballistic missile capabilities," end quote. Well, now, as Donald Trump ramps up his attacks on the free press, on journalists and journalism, accusing them of, quote, virtual treason, it's a quote from Donald Trump, for reporting on the war, yet another one of his stated reasons for starting this deeply unpopular war of choice with Iran officially bites the dust, is no more. Brand new reporting from multiple outlets reveals that Iran's military is far from crippled. After weeks of war, the deaths of 13 U.S. service members, U.S. bases across the Middle East rendered, quote, all but uninhabitable. According to the New York Times, not to mention a devastating blow to U.S. prestige and standing around the world, U.S. intelligence shows that barely a dent has been made in the Iranian regime's capacity to wage war. A U.S. official with knowledge of recent intelligence assessments confirms reporting first released by the New York Times, then the Washington Post, to our colleague David Rode, that, quote, about 70% of Iran's mobile missile launchers remain viable throughout the country. Iran has also retained roughly 70% of its pre-war missile stockpile, which is believed to be comprised of long-range ballistic and short-range cruise missiles. The recent intelligence reports found Iran has restored access to 30 of the 33 missile sites it controls along the Strait of Hormuz, which could be used to target American warships and oil tankers transiting the strategic waterway. These findings directly contradict what Donald Trump and his cabinet have been saying for weeks now.
Their missiles are mostly decimated. They have probably 18, 19%, but not a lot by comparison to what they had.
Their missile launching capability has been substantially degraded.
Their ability to launch missiles and drones is dramatically curtailed.
They have some missiles, but not very many. I think we're in very good shape.
The ceasefire itself looking fragile, Donald Trump himself saying that it is, quote, on life support. The potential remains for a renewed combat phase in this conflict, in which the U.S. military is now in a tough spot. New York Times reports this, quote, the U.S. military has already depleted its stocks of many critical munitions, yet the intelligence suggests that Iran retains considerable military capability, including around the vital Strait of Hormuz. If Trump ordered commanders to launch more strikes or take out or diminish those Iranian capabilities, then the U.S. military would have to dig even deeper into stocks of critical munitions, end quote.
All praises and glory go to you, Lord. Double honors and respect go to our apostles, bishops, elders, and teachers, the men of Great Millstone. To you I say shalom. Salutations to the hopefully elect. It's your brother Amraya, and as you can see from the snippet, this devil's getting exposed, man. All right, Esau, Edom, the so-called self-proclaimed white man that rules the world today. All right, namely over America, Babylon the Great. And don't get it twisted, Donald Duck is just the face of the regime, man. Far more powerful structures are behind this. But Esau, Edom is a liar, all right? And he's weak, ripe for the taking. The Lord had put him in a position that he is going to not be able to squeeze out of, squirm out of, lie his way out of, or cry bitterly, all right? He's over here in this Straits of Hormuz, and it's escalating. And this is the will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right? You people out there, you have been warned. The economy is about to crash. That's been the ultimate theme of the videos that I put out for the last couple days. All right? A famine is coming. Pestilences, Plagues are already here. And America, Babylon the Great, will be destroyed. All right. What this article exposed, all right, is the mockery of the lies. They pulled out receipts. They exposed, oh, this is what you intended to do with your strong arm. All right. But the Lord have blocked him from his heart's desire. All right. The Lord have locked him in a situation that he's not going to come home from. All right. This is not going to end well. And as I've stated in previous videos, this will be the most expensive war ever fought. All right. So with dying economies and rolling out new world agendas, all right, you're looking at life never going back to the way it was. And as far as America, Babylon the Great, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah, her time is up. This is Isaiah chapter 14. I'll begin at verse 4. It says, that thou take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressors ceased? The golden city ceased. Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Right. All right. Their strength has been crippled by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. All right. What once made the world fear this devil, they have no cause to fear this devil because the Lord have broken his strength. All right. His military is in disarray, underfunded, understaffed. It's being ran by a cluster of idiots because they got rid of any competent leadership because of their color. All right. The Lord have broken their strength. All right. Yahweh have done this, whom you ignorantly call God. Verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth right. Esau Edom has been a terror to the world for so long. He never thought his time would come. All right. He'd been a terror with a continual stroke. All right. Ruled over the nations in anger, taking their resources, bleeding them dry. But his time has come and he is now going to be persecuted, and no one can stop it. Verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at you, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since you are laid down, no feller has come up against us. Right. All of nature is going to rejoice at your downfall, Esau Edom, for your wicked rulership, your unrighteous decrees, your mandates, and what you have done to the earth itself. All you've done is destroy the earth, destroy the trees, destroy the animals, the fish, the birds. This devil got to go. And all of the creation is going to rejoice. All right. All of creation is going to rejoice when the world is set back in order under Yasharallah. All right. He, Prince of the Power. The children of Israel, the 144,000 governing the elect body under Yahweh Shai. Verse 9, hell from beneath is moved for you to meet you at your coming. It stirreth up the dead for you. Even all the chief ones of the earth, it have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto you, are you also become weak as we? Are you become like unto us? And that's what these nations are saying. All right. They're building up confidence because America, the big bad wolf, went over here to Iran, who's supposed to be 3rd level, 4th level rated. And Iran is handing America a butt whooping. All right. These nations are licking their chops. Her time is up, man. All right. And the Lord have broken her strength. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai have broken her strength, have brought down her rulership. All right. That is what is coming, people. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. All right. The Lord's judgment is final, and it was already set in stone before we ever got here, before we were ever thought of. And it was to end this way. Esau being the end of the world and Jacob being the beginning of it that followeth. All right. These nations, they're ready to test America's huevos. They're ready to go at her throat. And you're going to start seeing more and more nations get emboldened to go at America because under Donald Trump, he has alienated pretty much all allies. He has put up tariffs. He has bled his own nation dry. The people, they're complaining continually. All right. The people are mourning. But the scriptures did tell us how it ends. All right. Esau being the end of the world and Jacob being the beginning of it that followeth. I'm going to read a few more scriptures, but the point is made. Have you become weak as we? America, Babylon the Great is no more the big bad wolf on the block. And everybody knows it now. All right. I'm going to end out in 2nd Ezra chapter 11. And we're going to scroll down. I'll begin at verse 39. It says, Are not you it that remaineth of the 4 beasts whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? And the 4th came and overcame all the beasts that were past and had power over the world with great fearfulness. Right. Rome. All right. America, Rome 2.0. All right. These Edomites have had complete control over the world with great fearfulness. Okay. Continue reading. And much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. For the earth have you not judged with truth. For you have afflicted the meek, you have hurt the peaceable. You have loved liars and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and has cast down the walls of such did thee no harm. Right. This is how this devil has moved his entire time in rulership. Verse 43. Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come up onto the highest, and thy pride onto the mighty. The highest also have looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. Time is up, people. All right. And whether it happens this year, next year, the year after, you can pretty much feel we're in the final seconds. All right. Verse 44, the highest also have looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. And therefore appear no more thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body, that all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from the violence, thy violence, and that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her. Right? All of creation is waiting for your downfall. Shalom.